Today, we're going to talk about making AI as your event co-pilot. We're going to be streamlining processes and collaboration. It's going to be hosted by Traci Myers of Pulumi and our very own Lisa Gregory of Gregory Event Services. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Traci and Lisa to the stage.
Yeah, hey everyone.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Jeff, for the introduction. Traci, you want to kick things off?
Yeah, great. So happy to be here with everyone. Thank you, Lisa, for the invitation.
You're very welcome. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. AI. It's weird, right? My latest job change checked a lot of my boxes. Lots of travel, big title, big bonus, and community focused. But what it didn't come with was a team. So I found myself back as an individual contributor, responsible for every aspect of event management, from the boardroom strategy, planning, down to, well, everything else. So jumping into an event calendar with 27 confirmed activities ahead of me, I needed to get serious about my abilities, get realistic about my output, and ask for help from the machines. I needed to ask the robots for help. And that's weird, right? So I want to acknowledge and embrace the weird of this new technology. And hopefully by the end of this chat, we'll have gotten over any ick AI may have given us and be able to see it as quite possibly your most reliable teammate. So I'm the director of event marketing at Pulumi. Turning business objectives into unforgettable moments that resonate with tech audiences worldwide. I've got 15 years of experience orchestrating events from intimate developer meetups to large-scale conferences. I really thrive in the complexity of event planning, but I also strive to integrate what I do with the latest AI tools to make the best use of my time while maintaining that human touch that make events magical to me.
Aw, awesome. I love you, Traci. So I'm Lisa Gregory, the CEO and founder of Gregory Event Services. I also am the founder of the Event Professionals Network and this event. I've been in the industry for 25 years. I've worked for nonprofits, startups, major corporate, you name it, even in PR production. And I've seen a lot. And I have started using AI regularly, every single day. I use it for so many different use cases, and I can't wait to share how I'm using it and enable all of you and learn from you in this session. So thank you.
Awesome. So yeah, let's address the elephant in the room, right? Using AI isn't cheating. We're evolving. All major event platforms, Cvent, Bizibo, Hopin, they're all investing millions in AI capabilities. Event agencies are building entire departments around their AI integrations. It's not a trend, it's a fundamental shift in how our industry operates. This is our before and now moment. So if you're hesitating to embrace AI, you're not cutting corners. It's about expanding what's possible. Modern event marketing in the post-pandy world really depends on curation and personalization. Everybody wants to feel special. And now I can deliver twice that personalization in half the time while keeping my sanity intact, which in this day and age of do more with less marketing budgets is literally critical to preventing my burnout. It's really a resource available for us like the internet, computers, cell phones, Google, and we've got to get ahead of the herd, get ahead of the curve. So event professionals, we're all leveraging AI to handle heavy lifting of event marketing, really the clicking of the buttons. And by automating these routine but essential tasks, we're freeing ourselves to strategize, make data-driven decisions. So I want to call out 4 key areas that I have found to be the most helpful to my team of one. So first is content creation, transforming one piece of content into multiple formats. Automating this content output into blog, emails, social, product announcements, etc., and then be able to reframe each of those messages to different personas has easily reduced my time spent on those routine communications creation by half. Second is analyzing location data and venue sourcing. Oh, the deep pit of venue sourcing that I can get into. I love a 360 tour and can waste hours looking at those glossy venue photos and reading hors d'oeuvres menus. But now I use AI to cut to the chase. And I can incorporate data on things like city traffic patterns, parade routes, and weather predictions into my planning. Vendor comparison, specifically sourcing third-party executive dinners for account-based marketing. Right now, I'm using AI to synthesize, summarize, and compare multiple vendor offerings, and then take those recommendations and then make recommendations to me based on my target budget and persona. It has saved me literally hours of time. And finally, forecasting, predicting the number of booth scans, predicting the pacing of meeting room registrations. It's proven to be 90% accurate. Lisa, what are some of your big AI success stories?
So I treat AI as a member of my team. So if I need anything, whether it's like, okay, so some people might be like, oh, well, I want to hire a coach or I need a human resources person. I take those questions and I'll put them in AI. Hey, what should I be doing for bonuses? What should I be doing for raises? How should I be communicating this maybe sensitive topic? I also use it as I'm very nice to my AI. I know, Traci, you and I were talking about it. I'll say like, please and thank you, but I'll say, hi, here's what I'm trying to do. So for this event, for example, I would say, here's the agenda, copy and paste it in. And I would say like, hey, just like you were saying, multiple things of content. I want social media posts, emails, blogs, all sorts of stuff. And boom, it's done. But then I take it a step further. With AI, I never like the first cut. I keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And then I say, make it more human, make it more friendly, take the emojis out. It needs to be quicker because my audience doesn't have a lot of time to read all of this stuff, right? So I treat it like kind of like a coworker and an assistant. Some of the successes that I love the most are being able to help people quickly. So if I see something in the Event Professionals Network, someone's like, I can't find a venue. I'll honestly just grab my phone, type in a few things, don't like it, keep pushing, 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 like it, great. I'll grab the link and I'll put it in. I do that across my entire team and with my clients. And if you're like most event planners, you love to help people and you love to move very quickly. And in our industry, that's sort of required for success. So that's why I love AI so much.
I love it. That's a really good point about just the speed of it, right? We're talking about moments between ask and get.
Yes.
That's awesome. I mean, the future of AI and event marketing, it's not just about automating those tasks, though I admit that right now, that is certainly how I'm using AI. But I'm really thinking about it as reimagining what's possible. I mean, imagine an AI system that not only anticipates your needs, but learns from each event, makes the next one even better by predicting attendance patterns before registration opens, or suggesting optimal session tracks based off of real attendee behaviors, crafting personalized messages that feel both high-tech and deeply human. I mean, we're moving towards a world where AI helps us create more authentic connections, not fewer, simply by handling the complex logistics so that we can focus on the magic moments. I know that I have just scratched the surface here. So drop in the chat. How are you using AI in your event planning? What creative solutions have you discovered? And if anyone's willing to come off mute, we would love to hear about a specific challenge you've solved using AI tools. Sometimes the best innovations come from our peers, and we're in the trenches, we're testing, we're trying new approaches. So we created a Slack channel on the Event Professionals Network called AI-in-events, where we can collaborate and share our wins and creative uses from this emerging tool. So let's hear where everyone else is using ChatGPT.
Yeah, Notion AI for project management and planning. I was using Grammarly before, but now I use Grammarly even more. Grammarly is actually in all of my docs and my emails. If you aren't in the Event Professionals Network yet, be sure you get in there. That's where you'll continue all of your learning and growing and get in that AI channel. One thing I'm really looking forward to, Traci, for advances in events is production. So video editing, main stage, design, all that stuff. So we were just working with a client the other day and they were like, we want to build a stuffed animal, but it needs to be parrot, astronaut, all this stuff. And we just put it in a design of like, hey, this is what we want. And boom, it popped right out. And the client was like, we love it. We're going with that exact same thing. So I'm excited to see what it does with video and the speed in which we can do it. Again, ChatGPT really enables us on the speed and adds a complete new layer of creativity that we just haven't had resourced before.
Right. So many great ideas in the chat. One that popped out to me, Carrie Ibbotson mentioned a booth generator tool. I haven't seen that yet. I can't wait to look into that.
Ooh.
I love all these great ideas.
And depending on where you are in your journey, so you could be in the industry for 5 years, 10 years, 15, etc. If there's something you don't know, like you're like, oh, I don't know how to create a lead scanning strategy, or I don't even know what any of these acronyms mean, use ChatGPT as a way to educate yourself and then find other educators. So I wanted to learn more on AI. So I was like, hey, AI, who should I be watching on YouTube to learn all of this? I'm in marketing, I'm in events, and it just went boop. And now I'm part of this other community that's all about proficiencies in AI, and it's super fun. So use ChatGPT, like I said, as a coworker or a coach to up-level your skills in whichever area you are looking to up-level.
That's brilliant. That's a brilliant idea. Use it as a tutor.
Yes.
There's a million things that we can do with AI, but we don't have to revolutionize our entire workflow overnight. Like Lisa said, she thinks of it as her new highly efficient personal assistant, which is great at handling the routine tasks, providing initial drafts. But we're still the event director making the final calls. It's our experience and our intuition and relationship skills that are really irreplaceable. AI just helps us spend more of our time using those skills wisely. So let me share 3 key principles that helped me build a successful partnership with AI. So first, I started small and I scaled smart. I picked one repetitive task that was really eating up my time. So maybe for you, it's drafting vendor emails or creating timeline drafts. Just master that single application before moving on. And then each small win builds your confidence and it builds your playbook. Second, I was really specific with my prompts. So the clearer we are with AI, the better our results. So include context, goals, constraints up front. Instead of just asking for event copy, try draft a speaker invitation email for our tech conference, emphasizing a focus on developer community. I mean, there's no such thing as too much input. Overshare with your AI, and you'll get usable content on your first try. And finally, trust but verify. Thou shalt not copy and paste. While AI is incredibly powerful, it really does need our expertise to truly shine. So fact check the data, refine the tone, and add those human touches that come from your years of experience. I mean, AI is really not here to take over. It's really here to give us our time back to use our human skills. Lisa, any more tips on using AI as a valued team member?
I'm going to have you skip to the next slide so we have lots of time to do the workshop part because we've got 10 minutes left.
Perfect. Okay, so we'll provide some resources, but like Lisa said, my suggestion is just do it. Go into ChatGPT and ask for it to suggest resources to you. And now let's play along at home. Lisa, do you want to open up?
Yeah. Okay. So everyone pull up your AI tool of choice. I'm just going to use ChatGPT because everyone has access to that. So I'm going to show you an example. There we go. Traci and I did one. We just said, help me come up with a lead scanning strategy. I need 500 scans over 2 days from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The attendance of the conference is 10,000 people, and I want to ensure we're not scanning just any lead, but quality leads with our ICP. So ChatGPT dropped a bunch of information here. define, target, and schedule booth engagements. I can send this link. Actually, I'll just put this link right in the chat so you guys have access to it. I'm not going to go through every single one. What I'd like you to do is open it and ask ChatGPT a question. I'm going to keep going through and I'm going to show you how I continued to prompt ChatGPT. So then at the end, it said, with this approach, you'll not only hit 500 scans in 2 days, but there'll be high quality leads worth following up on. So how would you like me to refine that? So all of this is good data. Now, again, you'd never copy and paste it and put it anywhere. You'd refine it so it makes sense for your organization. So I said, how many leads do I need to scan per hour to meet my goal? And it said, great, here we go. This is exactly what you need to do to hit your pace. All right, so if you're not hitting this pace, you can pause in the middle of your day and say, whoop, guess what, y'all? This is not working. Don't wait till the end of the day. Wait till you're pacing, right? Okay, you have a new crew coming in for lunch. Change things up, okay? So you hit and you meet your goal. And then I said, how do I get my team motivated pre-event and on-site to actually hit these goals? Because you know Traci and I are going for it. We're getting those leads, but we need a whole team backing us. So it said, great. Glad you asked. We need some pre-event motivation, buy-in with some energy. We need on-site motivation that gives you ideas. If these ideas don't work for your particular team, iterate on them so that they do. They might be like, this doesn't work. This isn't for me. Tell them about your team. I'm working with this sales guy. He's low energy. I'm working with this guy. He's super high energy. How do I pull these people together? Then I said, okay, great. Now, simplify it. All of my team members don't need this much information. This is way too much. They have full-time jobs. So then it simplified it for me. See this? Great. And so that's it. So you can pull that and use it. And then I said, great. Now, pre-write all of my show emails for my staff for the whole show. Ta-da. Obviously, I don't love this many emojis. So take the emojis out. And I said, great. Thank you for those emails. I want you to also add in, what do I wear? How do I book my flight and my hotel? Okay. Now it's got that. Dun, da, da, da. And next thing I would do is say, take all the emojis out because I love some, but not too many. All right. So we've got 6 minutes left. Does anyone have one that they want to have us put into ChatGPT? Are you doing it? Are you loving it? Traci, any feedback so far?
I love how you're using it for kind of interpersonal discussions, true, right? Like thinking how I can apply AI into my personal life, where maybe I have a certain friend where I tend to trauma dump to them a lot, right? Every time I see them, I'm using them to work through my own stuff. But what if I used AI to trauma dump into that and have an impartial opinion reading it back at me? So when I get together with my friends, we can just talk about trash TV and not about my problems at all.
100%. I use it for meal planning too, because I love to meal plan. So I'll say, hey, these are all the meals that my family will actually eat, y'all, which isn't a lot because we have 3 boys. And then I'll say, build me like a month worth of dinners, knowing that I have these sports, and on the sports days, I need to spend less time, right? Y'all, ChatGPT is insane. And this is just the beginning. You can do stuff with the video editing, with design. It's not just writing and ideation. Also for that B to C to B to B. If you're not a creative, guess what? I just said to a client, I was like, I need some fun t-shirt ideas. I don't want to do a t-shirt like everybody else. What are some fun new ink ideas? They're like heat activated, UV reactive, glow in the dark, puffy, reflective ink. I mean, it's amazing. I just did for booth activation ideas, rewriting emails. Here's a button brainstorm. How many people do t-shirts that you're like, oh my gosh, that t-shirt is so cool. I want that t-shirt at a show, but you're sitting there with your team. You can't come up with that fantastic idea. It just seems like out of reach. Well, guess what? It's not anymore. It's totally reachable. We're doing the iceberg summit, and I said, I need button ideas for penguins, icebergs, snow, San Francisco, and contributor. Ta-da! I mean, it's amazing. It literally will do whatever you need it to do. Oh, here's another one. I was listening to this guy on some social media saying, and I loved it, but I didn't want to read his book. I didn't want to take that time, but I wanted the 60-second habit to building trust from this guy. So I just put in ChatGPT, hey, I want this thing, and it just popped it right in there. I didn't have to read the book. I didn't have to redo anything. I just grabbed the name, popped it in there, and poof, it was done.
It really is a new competitive. It really is a new competitive advantage for us in this industry, reducing those toilsome tasks that are keeping us from making those big creative jumps, right?
Absolutely. All right. So I'm not seeing any questions in here, but let me look. Savannah's talking about being a solo business gal. She uses it for all sorts of stuff. Can you copy the prompt into this chat? I sure can. And you're going to have access to this session too. So you'll be able to pull it in there. And I'm always available in the Event Professionals Network. Anytime you can message me. I might not respond like in 30 seconds, but I will get to you for sure. All right. Do we want to do our first prompt? Traci, is there something that you're working on that you want me to put in here, and we'll just keep drilling through in the next 3 minutes?
I'm looking for a venue in London that can host 75 people with the ability to record happy hour style, executive vibe, near the business district, off of a main transit line, preferably the Elizabeth line.
Ideally the Elizabeth line. Did I miss anything? Happy hour style, new business district, near transit line, ideally by the Elizabeth line.
Right now, that is the start that I have.
Okay.
So let's see what it comes up with.
And we'd also like the AV included, right?
Yes, I would like the AV included.
Built in. That might be on someone's website. We'll see. We'll see what pops up here. All right. There are several. It just takes a second, y'all, and then it's magical.
I'm excited. I'm excited to continue this conversation in the Slack channel and hear what prompts people use, right? Like their tried and true prompts to get the best. Oh, I love that it provides me a map as well. Excellent.
Yep, it does. And then you can keep scrolling through and it will give you directions. You can click on it and like the website link, if their website link's on there, you can get all sorts of stuff. So if you don't like these, you could say,
Yeah,
just like I'm being nice, these are great options. But I'd like something more corporate now that I see these original results. Perhaps something with a rooftop bar, right? Let's see. Because I love a rooftop bar. Even though you're looking for inside space, maybe there's inside space, plus you can move to the rooftop bar after. Okay, we've got 28 seconds. Let's see if it'll come. In closing, thank you, Traci, so much for doing this session. AI, y'all, it is going to be your new favorite coworker.